Good morning, everybody. I'm Coach Tom. Welcome to my channel, Creating Your New Reality. I'm a self-actualization coach. What that means is that I help people cultivate, develop, and then express their true authentic selves in the areas of their personal development, their careers, and their relationships. Are you ready? Let's go. Now, today, I want to talk about what you do every day. What's your morning routine? What's your evening routine? Me personally, what I like to do before I turn in for the night is I like to sit down and I like to write out a script. That's a technical term there in the law of attraction world. I like to script out or write out what I want my tomorrow to look like, which then becomes my today. You have to remember that today that you're standing in right now is a product of every decision you've previously made, every thought you've previously had, everything that you've ever spoken to the universe, everything that you've ever told yourself, everything that you've ever allowed other people to input into you, that today you're standing in is a product of all of that, okay? So what we end up doing is we end up waking up and it feels like we're in a washing machine because it's the same cycle over and over again. First you go this way, then you go that way, then boom, 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 and then it's the rinse cycle, rinse, lather, repeat. It's the same thing every day. And that's really no way to live. But we wake up every day and we think that, oh crap, it's happening again. And this is a life hack to break that cycle, okay? What I want you to do before you go to bed is sit down with your pad and paper and some green tea and write out what you want your next day to look like. What do you want your future to be? You get to be the author of all of that. What do you want your career path to look like? What do you want your job to look like? You can really get as specific or as general as you want. You could say, well, I'd like to make more money. I see myself making money. Okay, well, how do you see yourself making that money? Well, I see myself going back to school. I'm going to be a great student at this going back to school. This is the path I'm going to take. You write it all out. You need to really sit down and think about the trajectory that you want. And again, that's what we coaches are for, to help you out, to help you line all that stuff out and decide step by step your next courses of action. But for now, in the general sense, you want to write out what things, what you want them to look like, what you want your career to look like in your personal life. Are you trying to manifest a closer relationship with your significant other, you're the person you're already married to, somebody that you don't even know yet? It works for all those scenarios, okay? You think about how you want to get closer to your significant other, and you write out scenes of you guys being closer and doing things together and coming to an understanding of each other, that you want that. You're imprinting that on the universe. If you're not with anybody, you write out what you want that ideal person to look like. You write out your participation in that relationship, what you're doing, what you're bringing, the things that you want to develop, and write it in the sense that you are already that person, okay? You have to remember that creation is finished, okay? It's done up there first before it's made manifest down here. So what you have to do is you have to lock onto that version of reality that you want. It's like you're on Netflix and you're like, wow, this movie sucks. I don't want anything to do with this. What do? Look for something else to watch. Look for something that you want. Look for the movie that you want to be a part of, okay? Same principle. So what you want to do is select the version of reality that you want. So you write that out. This is what that looks like to me. This is how this is going to go. And you don't need to write 50 pages. You can write a couple of paragraphs. You can write a couple of sentences. I know this is new to some of you, okay? But scripting works. The other thing that the scripting will do is it will give you new words and new thoughts that as you go through your day, you can think about in your head, well, you know what? I see myself as this. This was my blueprint that I wrote down this morning. So I'm going to act as I am. This is what I am now. What I've written, this is what I am. This is how I'm going to act. It's not acting as if, but it's acting as you already are. That's the important thing. You have to change your mind and think about this is how I am now. If I was this successful person, if I had all these things, what would it look like? Okay, if I am a new person, this is what it would look like. So you start to govern yourself as that new person. This is how I am now, okay? And it takes some doing, it takes some practice, but eventually you have to let go of how you've been, how you identify yourself. You have to throw that crap away and lock onto the new person. So again, we're getting back to the morning routine, the evening routine. Those are the two most important times in your life, before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning. So yeah, before I go to bed, I write everything out, how I want my tomorrow to go, how I want my tomorrow's tomorrow to go. Okay, so I write all that out. And then in the morning, I get up nice, bright and early. I'm up between 4 and 5 every day, depending on what time I've gone to bed the next day before. I'm really good with 5 hours of sleep, 6 hours, sometimes 4, never more than 6. I get a screaming headache if I wake up too early. So, but anyway, that's just me. But what I like to do is I like to get up very early in the morning, and I will pray the sun up, as the ancients would say. I will do breathing exercises. I will do some light stretching. Things that inform me come from Kundalini Yoga, my Native American spiritual path. I do that. I have a sacred space that I hang out in, that I think. I program my mind, and I actually give thanks to my Creator for the things that are done for me. Okay, and I sit there in appreciation, and I thank the Creator, the grandfather spirits, the grandmother spirits, my animal totems, everything, all of my helpers that I have. I thank them for what they've done for me, and I lock into that, and I rest into that before I even begin to attack my day. Then I wake up, then it's coffee time, make a light breakfast, and you know what? The other thing that I don't do, I don't consume any news. Okay, I don't sit up, I don't wake up or turn on Fox 8 and watch the latest thing with the COVID or the negativity, the riots, all the stuff. Yeah, it's all tragic, but you know what? That can't inform how I go about my day. It just can't, okay? I worry about being informed and being a good citizen later, but my day is so important to me. That morning time, this morning time is so precious to me that I have to sit and be in a spiritual state, and I might watch a teaching video, I might watch some mantras or listen to some mantras on the YouTube channel while I drink my coffee, and you know what? That often charges me up enough to where I get a brand new idea for the video that I want to do for you guys. Sometimes I'm just led by spirit to share something new. And do I have a written list of topics and things that I want to talk about? Yeah, I'll get to it. I'm here all week. Tip your servers, people. I'm not going anywhere. But you have to create a space to have to be spirit led. That's a whole other video in itself. You have to create that space to where you get the downloads, and keep a notebook handy. Things that you get. You'll get ideas for how to do your job better. You'll get ideas for how to approach this or that person or that or this sticky situation that you've got going on. But you've got to establish that two-way communication. That's really the importance of that routine, is when you are, before you go to bed, when you're scripting things out, you're saying your goodnight prayers, what you're doing is you're uploading what you want, and then, you know, in the sleep time, in the dream time, it just marinates. The spirits are just getting all that from you, and in the morning, you get downloads, okay? But you got to put yourself in that position. You got to spend the money on the bandwidth, man. You got to invest in bandwidth. That's probably a better way to say it. Invest in upgrading your bandwidth, because you need a wide channel to get it up and a wide channel to get it down, and then, you know, life will change, okay? What you can't do is sit in your shit every day and have the same experience day after day, okay? You need to grow. You need to improve. You're a creating God having a human experience on this plane right now. So you have to act like one, okay? You have to not, you got to look at something other than the tops of your shoes as you motor through your day, okay? That's what I'm saying. So again, I want you to really think about what you're doing with your time, what you're spending it on before you go to bed, when you wake up in the morning. So if you want some tips and tricks, look in the box below here. You'll see I've got an ebook called Give Yourself a Do-Over. Just sharing with you how I gave myself a do-over. There's a lot of gold in there for you that you can apply to your own life. It's absolutely free. All I'm going to ask you for is your email address. I'd like you to hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. Hit the notification button. Share away. Look at the Facebook pages also in the box below. I'm sharing content all over God's creation right now. We're going wide open throttle with this. The response has been tremendous. The response has been excellent. I thank each and every one of you. And again, I want you to be self-actualized, and I want you to be blessed, but I want you to be yourselves. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.